I'm going to be talking about music when I'm thinking about. Let's see. So I'm still working on some songs, working on the instrumental part of it with, FL Studio, trying to work on the different mixing of the instruments, and just trying to think, okay, what's the best, like, what's going to sound the best for a song, for the next song I'm going to make. And I'm also still trying to think of lyrics, because it has to be something where it's like, this is what I want, these are the lyrics that I want to have in the song, because this is what I want people to hear. So, it's just interesting to be still in the process of, like, trying to still work on thinking of okay, what's the next song I'm gonna make, right? What is it gonna be like instrumentally and then lyrically? And and then it's an interesting process when that song is done and listening to it, I'm like, wow. And then a little bit after, I'm like, yeah, it's still good, but it's not as exciting or surprising as it was before, but it's still pretty cool, you know. But yeah, just trying to think of different ideas because I don't want to have a generic instrumental. I want it to. I think it's always with my music, I try to make it artistic, or at least it has to stand out in some way. Like even like song where it's with the kick drum, snare drum, and hi hat. It's like if it sounds like if it stands out enough in an artistic way to me, if I think it artistically stands out, and with the lyrics also, with the sound of the instruments, then I'm like, well, this still sounds artistic, there's I can hear the art within it. I like my music to be like art. That's why with the songs that I make, it's just, to me it's like art, but it's just the way it sounds and the way it looks with the artwork, the cover art for the song. Um, there's just something to it, to the ideas. And also, it's just cool that I could make a March version and a June version of like the song Creature, because it's just such a cool idea of like just having these different having it like a different instrumental over my vocals. It's just pretty cool to have a different instrumental in the background, or not. I wouldn't say in background, because in background makes it sound like it's a little bit further away or something, or it's like not the main focus, which it is the main focus. I think it's the main focus with the vocals, but it's cool to have like, okay, this is the instrumental, but then we change the instrumental but have the same vocals, and it's pretty cool. And I really like different ideas with instrumentals. Songs don't always have to be crazy. It doesn't always have to be like a beat drop or something. It doesn't always have to be like, have the fast energy or some type of crazy energy. Sometimes it can just be kind of like a slower song, as long as the instruments stand out enough where it's like, okay, this sounds cool. This has this creative type of energy. And I just want to make, right? I don't want to just make a song to make a song. It has to be something where I'm like, yeah, this is really good. This is what I want people to hear, right? Instrumentally and lyrically. So it's not just about making a song. It's about a song I want people. It's a song that I want to make that I want people to hear this type of instrumental, to hear these type of lyrics, because the things that I say in my songs and the things instrumentally, I'll say with the instruments, I think there's some people who have heard that in other songs. But, I think there's a percentage of people I haven't heard type of songs like that with the instruments and how they're put together with the mixing and all that. But then lyrically, I think a lot of people haven't heard like the way I lyrically, how I my lyrics in my songs are very different from like the majority of how people write their songs. It's kind of like bounced between like different topics, but I try to, like, I could be more messy with it and just throw topics and just everything I think of, but I try to at least like take half of what I think and try to put it in my lyrical content, because if I take everything I think and put in lyrical content, it just starts being a little too random, because it'd just be going to the next idea in every sentence, instead of like even though I kind of already do that right now, it's kind of like, I don't know. There's times where I know, okay, does this really have that enough substance to be in the song? So like my lyrics have to have enough substance to me. Like someone else's definition might be different. They'll be like, this doesn't have enough substance. This is kind of random. While me, I'm like, no, this does have substance. It's not just random. I think it's important for people to hear this. So that's all I have to say right now, in the process of still trying to figure out what next song I'm going to make. So I think it was just interesting to make a video about it, because that's right now the mindset I'm in. It's very interesting. It's just we're still in the process, in the beginning process of working on it. I'm working on the next song.